Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we are going to be doing some wood blanks. Along with the wood blanks, we are going to be playing with some water-soluble papers. They're usually used for clay, but this time we're going to use them on our wood blanks. I have been wanting to try this. I finally did. It works, and I can't wait to show you guys how simple this is. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is paint my wood blanks white, and it doesn't have to be a thick white. Just white, because when you put the transfer paper on, you want it to basically not see wood behind it. Oops. So I'm just going to take my white paint, do a quick coat of that. So very, very simple. Just put that right over it. And then let that dry. And it doesn't take overly too long to dry, which is super nice. But while that dries, we are going to work on our mushroom paper. So I cut out some paper ahead of time. Look how gorgeous this paper is. So all these papers that I'm using today are from Create Along. I haven't tried any other brands yet, but what I have tried has worked beautifully. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cut out, well, I already did, but you want to cut out the size of your earring. You do not have to cut it exactly the same size. That's, you know, like, to me, I don't have time to be spending tracing, cutting, and sliding things on. I want to make this as easy as possible. So get your Mod Podge. Put a coat right on here. And I'm going to show you how to do this with basically all different colors of my transfer paper. My biggest worry was when I get them wet with the Mod Podge, would they kind of bubble up? And they did not, which was lovely to see, because now if I don't feel like doing clay, but I really want to use something like a paper, I could put it on a wood earring. So I love the idea that these are like universal. So just put a thin coat of your glue on and then let that dry. There, that's it. Just let it dry there. And I'm going to do the same thing. Is this the wet one? No. Okay, so I did this side already with my black and white. And I'm going to show you how to do it easily with this one. Now this paper, I'm going to be honest with you, is thinner than this paper. So I put a little less glue on it just because I noticed that the thinner papers, it does get like that little fuzzy, like it's almost going to peel up. So I'm going to show you how to work with this one very easily. Let me pick out where exactly I want to cut this. What colors I want. I want to kind of get a little bit of every color here. So I definitely want some pink in there. Never throw your scraps away, because you could always use them on other projects. You could, let me see, but did I cut this one ahead of time for it? No, that one was too. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. And you can see I'm just putting a thin coat on because you just need it to kind of stick to it. And then line it up how I want it. I'm going to say about right there. That way I get a little bit of every color on there. And then we're going to take this and we're going to do a thin coat. Now don't keep brushing over it. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't keep going over and over and over. Just put that coat on and be done with it. let it alone. That's it. And then we have black and white, and I was almost afraid that it was going to spread, like smear, but it didn't. This is still wet. All right, so that's dry now. Let me take my Mod Podge and put this right on here. And I'm showing you 3 different papers to basically show you that it really does work. It's not just a fluke that it's a once and done type of thing, that it works out only once. So put that on, press that down. And then go over this. That's it. So now I'm going to let these completely dry, and then once they're dry, I'll show you the next step. My mushroom piece is dried, so the next thing I want to do is trim everything up. And this is super quick and easy, and if you watched any of my wood earrings, it is exactly the same as if I had paper or scrapbook paper or anything along those lines on here. Just go around, get as close as you can to your wood blank, and just trim up that piece. So beautiful. I'm going to poke a hole . And now what I have, you can see how beautiful that looks, but we're going to deck it out a little bit more because I want to show you guys that you can actually decorate your paper as well. Once the Mod Podge is on, you can do all kinds of like fun little things with it. So I have a sticker. I love doing double-sided earrings, so of course I just have to kind of keep going with the double-sided thing. And I'm going to put my sticker right there. Now, a little trick that I do to get these stickers off, because sometimes these papers just won't come off very easy. Get a piece of tape, 2 pieces of tape, as a matter of fact. Go on one side and put it on the other side, and then it will actually pull it apart for you. So you don't have to go trying to figure out where the end piece is. And then I am just going to put my sticker right on to my wood. Press that on real nice. And then trim that up as well. I just cannot believe how easy these earrings were, because this is the one that I actually practiced with this side, or this, I did a, I ended up doing an entire earring and it came out beautiful. So I just want to show you each step before I actually show you the finished piece. And then there. So you have that beautiful mushroom there. Next, for this one, I have some puffy paint. And this was just really, honestly, to do for fun, because I just thought it was unique and different, and just why not have fun. My daughter always has all different my daughter and I have all different types of like little crafts, so I want to incorporate as many of them in as I can. So why not add my puffy paint? I wasn't sure if it would work, but it did. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So I'm going to get a very small dotting tool. There's 2 really, really tiny ones. And here you can see my little mushrooms. So I'm going to take my white paint, and then I'm going to put white dots all over it to give it that like 3D look. It's just going to pop it a little bit more. This paper in particular is kind of like almost, I don't want to use the word dull, but it's very quiet, soft. So I want to make it pop just a little bit more than it actually does. So for me to do that, I want to give it a 3D look. And my little puffy paint is what is going to help me do that. So here you can see I have like a little flower. I'm going to take my paint and I'm just going to go and follow right over that flower. If you want it to be thicker, like more 3D, you could take it, put little dots right around, and then just spread it. And then I'm going to take, I stuck my finger there. That was silly. Luckily it didn't smear. Alright, now I'm going to take my red paint and I'm going to mix it in with this white. And then let's go right into this. Pick that up, and you can see I don't need a lot of this paint. You can see I'm just spreading it, giving it the little bit of extra kind of pop out look. If you love to paint, this is going to be a really fun project for you. I enjoy painting. I paint actually quite a bit, or I used to, I should say. I loved to paint all the time when I was younger and had more time. And then I kind of got into clay, and wood. So I kind of haven't done that too much lately, but I really enjoy painting. I should do that again, make a new one. Alright. So I have little flowers on this side. So what I'm going to do is take my white paint again, and then I'm just going to go right around where it's white. Make that kind of pop out a bit. And then take your pink or red and then just start putting it on your paper where your flowers are. Now you don't have to do this, but I really wanted to show you guys that you could add to your water-soluble papers. The Mod Podge really kind of protects it. And then I'm going to take my bigger ball tool. I'm going to get my gold, and then I'm just going to follow my leaf and kind of just give it a little bit of texture look there. Not a lot, just a tiny bit on the leaf. All right, now I will let that completely dry, but look how beautiful that looks so far. So let that dry. Then I'm going to trim these up. And you can see I'm doing these double-sided as well. So I have the fun colorful one and then just the black and white one. And let me poke hole right through both sides. All right, so you see how easy it is to pop those holes in. And you can see this one looks slightly different than this one. And the reason why is I wanted these to be super bright. So I ended up taking my acrylic marker And you don't have to do this, but this was just my preference, that I wanted something super bright. And I went right over, and there was no issues whatsoever going over this. And I'll do the black as well. And then let's do the pink. All right. You could take some blue, and let's do little dots on our like yellow goldish color. I just love being able to change things up and add different mediums to my pieces. I mean, how fun is it to just be able to use your water-soluble papers? I mean, if you don't use them anymore, or you have a design that you really want to use and you don't want to put on clay, you can use wood, and that's the whole purpose of me showing you this. All right, now I am going to take my chrome marker. I'm going to edge these pieces. I'm not going to do anything with my black and white because I just want to kind of keep it like that, but you can add different things to it if you want. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'll add some little gemstones to show you how easy that is as well. Oh, I went gold for this one, but I gotta make sure that paint is dry before I even think about doing that. So let everything dry completely, and then I'm gonna show you how to resin them. All right, so I put UV resin on this one, and I did the entire piece here as well. I am going to show you how to put little hearts on there. These are like little metal hearts, and it's very, very simple. And then I'm going to show you how to resin the mushroom. And I'm super excited about that because they really do come out absolutely gorgeous. And this is very, very simple. You just take your UV resin. I'm going to put it right on top of here, and then you just spread it. And you can see all I'm doing is pulling it right to the sides. I go carefully around that little opening. So you don't want to get resin in your hole, but if you do, we could just re-drill it, and that's not a problem. All right, and then get your little hearts, and then you could just start placing them wherever you want. I like to put them in all different directions. Let's go like that. It just kind of gives it a little bit more character, I think, if you do it in different directions. And then I like to kind of just push them down and make sure the resin is completely over the hearts. And then I just take a lighter and go right over that and pop any bubbles that may be there. And then for my mushroom, look how beautiful that looks. I love this one. I love putting the puffy paint on it. And then I am just going to put my resin right on that as well and spread it the same way. The resin will give you a gorgeous shine and protect your paint as well. Oh, and I also went over the edges and the sides with my gold chrome marker. And then I will do the same exact thing. Put my lighter right over it, pop any bubbles. And then when it's done, I'll do the other side as well. All right, so while that is under my light, I'm going to show you quickly how to put your jump ring on. So you just open it up, slip it into your hole there, and then put your post on. And these are like little wooden posts as well, which are fabulous. And then make sure you close your jump ring all the way. Now these are double-sided, so you could swap these and wear them this way or this way. I personally love the black and white with the silver, but if I'm wearing like a fun pair of jeans and going roller skating or something like that, I'm gonna wear the colorful side, because the colorful side is more up that alley, I guess you could say. But beautiful. All right, and then finally we have this piece. Look how gorgeous that is, guys. Is that not absolutely beautiful? I love doing double-sided ones. This is just a sticker, obviously, and then that is our water-soluble paper. And this one, I'm gonna just do another wooden post as well. And I'm gonna get my jump ring. And I just love that these are double-sided. I love that I could swap them depending on my outfit and just have a lot of fun with these earrings. Make sure it's movable. Yep. And then look. So very pretty. And I just love the look of the puffy paint. I just think it gives it that little extra, you know, on the little mushrooms and then the flowers. Just beautiful. And then of course, I absolutely love the stickers as well. These are so easy and so fun to do. I just cannot believe that I didn't think of using my water papers earlier on my wood. And I'm so glad that I gave it a shot and noticed that, and it worked. So I hope that I was able to teach you something new, and I hope that you enjoyed creating along with me. If you did, remember, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.